Hey everyone, it's Mike with Play More Games, and we are back with another look at CSS The Little Land, a company scale system from Compass Games. Today we're looking at Scenario 3, Operation Gory, and it is the last of the individual scenarios. So if this map looks familiar, it is because if you drew an imaginary line that ran from this hex to here, all of this was omitted except for one artillery gun that sat right here. So if you watched my previous video, that's kind of what I was talking about, how it wouldn't necessarily be realistic to have both of these two artillery pieces just banging away at a couple of infantry companies here, because of all of the different forces the Soviets are bringing to bear here. So, those artillery pieces are omitted from this scenario. The Germans do have plenty of firepower to mess around with. So this is kind of the big push. So I'm not super familiar with the battle, so all of my background is basically what's here in the designer notes. Last two scenarios were the amphibious invasions. This is the overland invasion that was, I think, intended to draw much of the forces away. Indeed, this is the largest scenario to date. So the amphibious invasions could succeed. Eventually they would link up, and the war would end early, etc., etc. That didn't happen. It was pretty much a disaster right from the get-go, per Adam's notes here. So, but that's not a very fun game. So, Adam's notes say that a couple things change here and there to make it an interesting game. And I think this is certainly set up to be an interesting scenario. Here's why. One, look at these beefy stacks. In this game, we were used to single division shit activating like 6 or 7 units. No, these are big stacks. Big stacks. You have company after company, you have special weapons, you have artillery pieces, you have 2 Soviet divisions. And what are they going up against? They are going up against the bulk of the German firepower. They're entrenched. They're in these pillboxes. They have, if we look, they're in woods hexes, and woods hexes are -2s, I believe, yeah. So, not only do they have these -3s, they have -2s. In some cases, they even have special weapons, giving them another... where was one? Yeah, they have an AT gun there, giving them a -1. So really, the Soviets have considerable firepower, and they need considerable firepower to kind of bang their way into these pillboxes. Beyond that, you have mortars, you have tanks, you have some heavy artillery pieces to the north, quite a few of them actually. They're division level assets, but they're still huge. Let's see. You have the city here, and as we saw in the last game, the cities are very tough to fight through because of the -3. You just kind of have to get in there and form up for some assaults. But we never really had the troops that we need to do that as the Soviets. So I guess reason 1, there's a lot of toys to play with. Reason 2, the objectives, it's 21 points. You have to get to 21-0 else at the end of the scenario, which is Feb 6th, 2100 turn. Whoever has the most points wins. Here are the objective hexes for the Soviets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So look what they have to go through to even get to that. They have this huge company here, artillery pieces, they can reinforce with tanks. They have these units, which we haven't seen a lot of, are yellow direct fire units with range. There are not many units that are yellow firepower with range. So those are pretty brutal. So there's a lot that they have to push through to even get to these objectives. Here's another consideration. Both of these divisions are exhausted. Let's look at it. The 3rd Corps is at 7 points, and the 318th Infantry Division is at 6 fatigue points. So that means if we go all day, without spending any fatigue points, in other words, not activating these awesome divisions by division, but by formation, then, and only then, they'll go down to 5 and 4 respectively, which means even in a best case scenario, this troop quality of 4 is getting reduced to 3. And from what we've seen in, say, the Saipan game, when you are on the move and you're taking fire, you're taking route checks, at a 3, you're going to route all the time, pretty frequently. You're going to head right back to headquarters, and you're going to have to pay to get back in the fight, which is pretty annoying here. So that's if you spend none. So it makes an interesting dilemma for the Soviet player. They have all of these toys, they're just not really allowed to use them. Fortunately, they do have decent dispatch ratings, 5 and 3, so they can get quite a few of those dispatch chits out, or formations into play. It's just going to be difficult coordinating their efforts. So that's point 2. The objectives and the relative state of the Soviet Union. Here's point 3. We're going to get to do the air subroutine. So we don't do it on the first turn, but we get to do it on the second turn, and if we make it to there, the third turn. Excuse me, I say turn, I mean day. Because unlike other scenarios, this does not start on the evasion turn, this starts on the following day. Okay. So that was point 3. The other thing that I wanted to call attention to is that there are, in this scenario, no reinforcements apart from some air strength. Everyone is all in. They're ready to go. So that makes it very easy to understand and to plan for, to think about what's going on. Okay. So, let's get started. For this video, we'll probably play 1 or 2 turns. I want to shoot for about an hour in length in video. Let's get started. And last thing, just in case you haven't seen any of my videos before, if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is the caveat. I started doing these videos to get these games played. One, because I really don't have the table space, and to be brutally honest with myself and you, really the finger dexterity to navigate all these stacks. So Vassal is perfect in that regard. So 1, it's really mostly just about getting these games played. But 2, my New Year's resolution, I have a gaming resolution, it's the same every year, which is to learn one new system that I thought that I would not be able to understand. put it politely. So 2 years ago was CSS 2018 or 19. This year is GTS 2020. No, 18 was CSS, 19 was Empire of the Sun, and 2020 is GTS. So I don't want to say anything as, you know, cliche as if I can do it, you can do it. But I do want to say I was able to do it, and maybe you can follow along. In any case, that's enough preamble. So we'll get started. Now, there's a couple of things that I reached out for clarification to the designer for. So in this, the 73rd's command rating is listed in the book as 4. The division display says 5, so that's what we're going to roll with. And the other thing is that it does not specifically say that the vodka and the schnapps are available for use. And indeed, the schnapps is absent here, but the vodka is not. So I didn't really see a reason why it wouldn't be available. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that, oh, you know, due to too much stuff going on somewhere else, these resources are not going to be used here. Kind of like, you know, spending all of your command points in this little corner of the map when there's so much going on everywhere else. That really, you know, for scenario 2, they should have a, you know, command rating of 1, you know, to kind of reflect what's going on other places. You know, but that's neither here nor there. But that's not fun. You do want to have it. So I'm going to use a German hero marker to mark it. And if it's anything like last time, we're going to have plenty of German heroes. Alright, one last thing is that weather. In this scenario, we do roll for weather on the following day. So starting February 5th, we're going to start rolling for weather. Alright, so let's get started. So first up, we're going to pull the event chit, and we roll a 5, which is Soviet player chooses any division and gets 3 dispatch points. Kind of timely. Alright, so let's see. Let's do Let's do the 3rd Rifle Corps because their rating is lower. Makes sense, right? Okay. German direct command. So that will be 7 direct commands for the German, so that'll put them at 10. Okay. So let's start by entrenching where we can. So we'll do foxholes there for 1. And we will pull this out and we'll move as we go along so I don't get confused. Two. 3, 4, 5, oops. Oh, it's Shift F. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can take maybe two or three shots here. So let's start with this 5 strength artillery piece, and we will shoot here. So they are all deployed. So they will be able to add one of the AT guns, so that'll be a -4. And we can shift it to a back to 5 by doing concentrated fire. So let's do 5. So that's a hit. 3 on the yellow is 2 DG and a route check. Route check passes. Let's see, where else do we have these yellow units? All right. Here we'll fire against this unit here. So that'll be a 3. Alright, so 5 plus 1 is 6. -2 for the terrain. Woods is 4. We'll spend our direct command. Miss. So we have 3 left, and well, we have a choice. We can try and bring up some units, or we can try and, well, maybe what we should do is try and get some barrages down. So let's pick this unit here to fire at this hex here. So 3, 2 DGR. So we are already up to 4 DG. And a route check, and the route check has failed, so we'll place a pinned marker, and that is a 5, so that is a heavy barrage. And then we have a 6 strength one, and let's just pick this hex here. 4. that's a hit, and that is 2 DG and a route check. Route check passes. Don't have a ton. I guess we could probably save the last point, but that's not any fun. So let's do 5. Let's target this one. Or can we find someone in clear terrain? Yeah, we have line of sight on this guy, don't we? Or maybe down the beach. Yeah, we can probably hit one of these down the beach. Might actually be blocked by the heavy barrage marker. Yeah, actually, let's just save it. Let's just save it. Okay. Alright. So let's activate the division. And let's start with some simple stuff. So we'll remove that for 1. One of these units will construct foxholes. Gotta try and do something. Certainly can't move. Okay. So we have a couple of flamethrower units. So that unit can't move at all. There's their range 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 5. So I'll flip over. Alright. So let's see if these guys have any direct commands. They have 5. Alright. So first thing let's do is let's do some artillery. Let's get some barrages out. So we'll do 2 individual strikes of 5. So we'll do 1 here. So 2. So DG, and then a route check, pass, and we place a heavy barrage. And then we'll do the same here with the other 5. No, but we do get our heavy barrage marker. So these 2 are actions completed. So let's see. This unit will attack. This one here. That's a pass, or that's a good hit. So a route check makes it. But we do place a, I believe it is a light barrage. Okay. I'm just looking for the artillery pieces. Okay. So this one we can modify to 6. So let's take aim here. Got a DG suppression result. And we place a medium barrage marker. Since it is as listed on the marker, unmodified on the marker. Oh. So will be heavy barrage. That does count. So I know I said I included the leader, but technically he can't participate. So we'll leave him active for now. Okay. So we'll probably want him to go 1, 2. These artillery, these are direct fire. With no line of sight. So they are going to get horses. And that's all of them. Alright, so 4, 5, 6. Move. No, we can't do that. 4, 5, 6. We'll aim here. Or, let's see. Let's aim here. 6. Miss. We do place a heavy barrage. Four, 5, 6. Let's hit here. 9. That's a fail, and that's going to get us in a little bit of trouble here. So he gets replaced by a commissar. So when the formation shit, when the leader movement phase happens, the Germans get to move the commissar around. As you can see, it is not very beneficial. So I'm not sure what Adam is trying to say here about the commissars. I'm just kidding. They have their reputation for a reason, do they not? Okay. and you kind of know that that's going to happen eventually, but you just, you hope that it doesn't happen on the very first turn of the game. Okay, so 5 here, and that's actually a hit before 2 DGR. Route check. Ooh, and they failed a route check. So these are all heavy barrage, which means we can bring no further artillery to bear against them. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. So let's see. This one will attack here. Nope. Gets a medium barrage, and then we'll do, or a light barrage, and then we'll do this one here. Or actually, there's no line of sight there. Sorry. So I think that's pretty much it. Let me just quickly refresh. Yeah, we don't have line of sight to anyone else in this division. These are all out of line of sight, and these are all out of line of sight. Yeah. So what we'll do then is we'll pop some smoke. So we will place smoke marker. We'll place smoke here, and here. We'll roll twice. This unit first, the long range one, and then the other one. We didn't get any 9s, perfect. Yeah, and the theory is that we'll just kind of restrict what they can see. So we have a lot of units waiting to move. Actually, now that I think about it, if I had moved these guys up, then they would have had line of sight, for sure. Oh well. Can't win them all. They're going to get a horse too. And a horse for you. Guess this unit, which has not fired yet, we'll just aim at this one. Miss, but we do get to place a light barrage. Okay, this is a really good attack, so we're going to take it. Even though we're going to spend a bunch of our command points. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, we gotta see if they are in command range. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Alright, so 3, 4, 5 for the companies, 7 for the heavy machine gun, 8 for concentrated fire. And then over here, defensively, we have -1 for the foxholes, 7 or less. 3. So red 3 is DG route check. Route check. And I think that's going to be a fail. So they rolled a 7. They have -1 for the foxholes. It's 6. Their troop quality is 5 -2. So that's actually a fail. So they are pinned. Alright, so let's move up what we can. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually throwing command radius pretty far. Yep, everyone's actually in command right now. Thank goodness. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think, if I recall correctly, yeah, it's halved. 1, 2. I think that's about everyone. Yeah. So let's mark everyone done. Dang. That is a big division. That is a lot to work through. That's for sure. Well, I guess the good thing is that we're not going to be activating that division shit again anytime soon. Alright. So now, what the Soviets are going to do is they are going to purchase see, they kind of want to purchase their division shit, or their formation shit. They can only afford one. They can only afford one. And truthfully, it would be more effective after the wind shit comes out so the artillery can repeat. Yeah. So I guess we won't. Germans, on the other hand, the Germans will. So they will purchase this chit. For 2 dispatch points. I'm going to try and have couple of fire exercises. Alright, so this unit first, or let's see. Yes. Alright, so let's try and soften them up. So let's take aim here with a 4. We'll aim at this hex here in the middle. 4, and that is a good hit. So 2 DG. And a route check. 4. Let's check their troop quality. Their troop quality is 3. Is that right? Yes. Okay, so they rolled a 4. +2 for the leaders. Troop quality is 5. This one, I think it's a fail, but I'm going to flip out to the rules just to make sure. Alright, so we should have our medium barrage marker. So +1, so their troop quality is 4. Yep, one of these units routes. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so actions completed. This one here will shoot at this hex here. 4. And another route check. Two DG. Alright, so this time they pass. Thanks to the leader. Alright, this stack will remove that. And then they have one unit that can shoot at -4. So they'll shoot here. So the modifiers are 4, 5 for the support weapon, -4 is 1, and they got a 1. And that is R double star. We'll roll it, and that's pass. Right here, we'll move the leader to over here. We'll leave the concentrated fire marker there. Alright, so the yellow unit 5 with the leader 6, concentrated fire 7. -3 for the heavy barrage is 4. 5 for the infantry company, and then 6, 7 for the AT gun. 9. Hard miss. So everything that hex is finished. Let's take a look at this hex. This hex will remove the suppression, and then one of these companies will attack here. That's a R double star. And that's a fail. So one of these units will route. And let's reassign the heavy machine gun, because now we have more support weapons than units. And since we rolled a 9 on a route check, we get an NKVD barrier. Oh, actually, no we do not. The unit failed the route check and went to the routed box. So it would really only be for like a deployed unit. And then last one here, let's take aim here. So 5 minus 4 is 1, plus 1 is 2. 0. DG suppression. Okay. Was effective use of a chit. Cost them 2. It's kind of costly for the Soviets. Kind of makes you be like, was it really worth moving it up, brushing? I don't know. We play the games to find out. Alright. So next is the wind chit, and just to prevent any sort of mishaps, I will remove these manually. Alright, now the Soviets are going to pull the chit here. And they are going to buy the yellow formation here. 1331st Infantry Regiment. Yeah, the Soviet order of battle by 1943 was pretty darn good. Alright, so first thing is the German player gets to move the Commissar. So they're going to move the Commissar here. Isn't that nice of them? Okay. Well, first things first. Everyone here is going to flip. They're going to deploy, I should say. So, let's do an attack. 4, 5, 6 for the infantry companies. 7, 8 for the heavy machine gun. -2 for the Commissar. 6. Concentrated fire 7. We're going to attack this hex adjacent. -1. 6 or less. 3. It's a DGR star. Route check, and the infantry companies are the same, so it doesn't really matter. 3, that's a pass. Well, reduce that one. Oh, and one of these for a second action will build a foxhole. It's going to be necessary for their survivability, and that hex certainly looks like. Alright, so then we're going to fire here to here. 0. DG suppression. This is something I always forget to do. I should fire artillery before I do assaults, so we can get those nice troop quality modifiers. Alright, so that is a light barrage. Let's see if we can get lucky with one of these and do a medium barrage attack. So medium barrage there, one of them. Or we could do 3 of them, but no. It's kind of funny because if I had committed more of them, I would have eliminated these units. What is a 4? 4 is 2 DGR. Yeah, I would have eliminated both of them. Lame. Now it says you're increasing the barrage to medium, but you're not doing it. Yeah. Alright, it's 2 others. One will go here. Nope, but we get our barrage marker. And then we'll go here. This one. Nope, but we get our barrage marker. One will reduce it, the other will dig foxholes. Okay, that is everyone there. So I guess really, horses will only be able to tow their artillery on direct command, or actually it is division, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they could be ordered around on a direct command. Alright. Hey, speak of the devil. Alright. So that is for the 318th. So they get 5. So they'll go up to 6. And 3rd Rifle Corps, they get 1. Okay. So first, let's remove that. And let's do that. That'll be 1. Let's see if we can polish them off with the same attack as before. 1, 2, 3. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Concentrated fire 9, minus 2 for the Commissar 7 or less. Attacking here. 0. DG suppression. That'll eliminate both units. Good shot. Let's see. Let's try. Let's hold on for now. Is there anything we want to do over here? I know we don't have a ton. We might as well just save it, because I think we only have a total of, well, we have 4. So let's try these two, 4, 5, into here, heavy barrage. No. Okay. Okay, so that is the first turn. The Soviets were able to push up and eliminate a couple of German companies. However, quite a few units routed for the Soviets. These guys are looking like they're going to be toast pretty soon. These guys are not doing great. There's a lot of German firepower there, so they need to, basically they need to overwhelm them, I think, and just kind of push past them. Otherwise, they're going to get ground into dust. Okay, so that's the end of this video. It was a long turn, but as we get going, I'll probably be able to pick up the speed a little bit. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's move the turn track so I don't forget. And we will pick it up with the 900 turn. Soviets have 2, Germans have 0. Need to get to 21. 21 to win, folks. Alright. Again, this is Mike with Play More Games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.